Welcome to deflecting, base shifting, and splicing topic of the module index number and price statistics. So I will start by defining deflecting, and then I'll move on to base shifting and finally splicing. By definition, deflecting means adjusting a value to account for the effects of inflation. So if there is an inflation and you want to adjust a value you have to account for the inflation, then that's the concept of deflecting. Come to index number, deflecting index numbers actually is a process used to adjust nominal values for the effect of inflation, allowing for comparison in real terms. Here we have two concepts here. That's the nominal values, and there is a real terms or real values. So if you account inflation to nominal values, it means now we'll be getting the real values. And these real values take into account the inflation. Deflection also, it makes allowances for the effect of price changes. So when price rise, the purchasing power of the money declines. So that's a normal, that when the prices of a commodity rise, automatically the purchasing power of the money declines. So if the money incomes of people remain constant, for instance, between two periods of time, but the prices of commodities, let's say, are doubled, it means the purchasing power of the money is reduced to half. Or in general, if the money or the incomes remain a constant and the price is a rise, it means purchasing power of the money will decrease. So let's see what the purpose of deflecting. So the first is actually to convert nominal values to real values. So that's the purpose of deflecting. So you want to change the nominal values to real values. It means the real values it's account for the inflations. And this will help in analyzing the true growth or decline in the economic variables by removing the impact of inflation. So the method of deflecting, if you want to deflect a value, first you need to identify now the index that you want to use for deflecting as a deflector. The common, we can use a consumer price index, that's the CPI, or you can use a producer price index. That's depending on the objective of the deflecting. And the formula we use getting when you deflect, it means you'll be getting a real value, and this will be obtained by dividing the nominal value. Take a nominal value and you divide by the price index, and this would be either the CPI or maybe the producer price index or any other index that you'll be using, depending on the objective of the deflecting. For instance, we can deflect the GDP, the gross domestic product. So if we have a nominal GDP, then we divide by the price index, then you multiply by 100, it means that we'll be getting a real GDP. In terms of the real wage, if you want also to do some wage analysis, getting a real wage, the income that you are receiving or for nominal wage. This nominal does not take into account the inflation. So you take a nominal wage, you divide by CPI, multiply by 100. Here we have an example, a nominal GDP in a country, maybe in 2023, is USD $1,200 billion, and that the CPI, let's say it's a 120. So it's just straight dividing this, the nominal value with the CPI, then you'll get the real GDP. So to see the nominal is 1,200 billion USD dollars, but when you take into account the inflation, it go down to 1,000 billion dollars. So that's the formula of changing a Lilly value to nominal value to Lilly value using the index. So let's now move to a concept of base shifting. What does it mean if we say the base shifting? Base shifting involves changing the base year of an index numbers, the series, to the recent year. So if you can recall the presentation of the basic concepts of index number and implied statistics, when you construct an index number, you need to have a base year. So if you want to change the base year to a new base year, that's we call it, you do a base shifting. And why we need this base shifting, we have some reasons here. So first is to update the base year to reflect more current economic conditions. For instance, the construction of the index number was done by using maybe a base year of 2010. And now, let's say you want to shift from 2010 to 2020. So that is to make more a current period of time. Then to ensure the index remain relevant and accurate to reflect the current price levels. As you know, as time goes, the prices changes. So sometimes it's not making sense to use prices of 2010, where now we are in 2023. So we can decide to shift the base from maybe, let's say, 2010 to 2020 or any other recent year. So the method, if you want to do base shifting, the first you need to select the new base year. And this we normally expect this to be a recent year that represent a stable economic period. You can refer to criteria for selecting the base year. Then after you decide on the year, the recent year, then you can calculate the index. Okay, so calculate the indexing, or call the basing, all index values to the new base year. For instance, if the old base year is 2010, and if also can recall, for the base year, the index we find as 100, not the base. And now we want to shift your the base now to be to 2020. So getting the new index value, the formula we use, you take old index value, the old index value that values in the old base, then you divide by the new value, index value in a new base year. Like here, it's a 20, then you multiply by 100. So all the values of the index will be rebasing by using this formula. Here we have an example. if an index number for 2023 with a base year of 2010 is 150. So it means when you calculate the index for this year using this like called the base year 150, you get 150. And the index number for the current year is 130. So if I need now to change this, get a new index value for this year, the definition is you have to take the index for the odd base, which is 150, divided by the index for the new base, which is 130. Then you multiply by 100. So now the index, the new index for 2023 will be 115, change from 150, because it was 150. Is now calculated using the current base year. The index will be now to be 115. We have here the table. So this table, we have the index number for the base year 1998. So these are the several, starting from 100 for 1998, it goes up to 2007, where the index is 840. So if we decide now, let's say, to use the new base year, we shift it from 1998 up to 2004. So the formula would be taking the index of the old base, you divide by the index of the new base, then you multiply by 100. So if I come to the next year, 1999, I'll be taking the old index, calculated on the base, on the old base year, and then I'll be dividing by this index for the new year, for the current year that I want to shift, and then I multiply by 100. So all of the indices from the old base will be calculated in this way. Take the old, you divide by the new index for the new base, and you multiply by 100. So it'll be now, this all indices will be shifted to the base year, and this will be the new indices, like 25 and 7.5 goes up to all the way up to 85. So this is how you can shift the base. Also, now we move to another concept, that is splicing. What does it mean? The splicing will refer to combining two or more index number series that are having a different base years into a single continuous series. So if it's happened, you have several series calculated having different base years. They are separate, and you want them to make just one continuous series, then you can use this concept of splicing. So the purpose is just to create a long-term series when data is available in different segments, different base years. So idea here, you can combine different series of the index numbers. Then when you do that, it will be maintaining consistency and the continuity in the index number series over time. So you will have just one series combining, can be two or more series, and have one series. Here we have an example how to perform splicing. Let's say you have to call a series A. This series A of index number has been constructed using a base year, let's say, of 2000. And this index is 120 in 2010. And you have another series, B, where they calculate in different base year. That is 20, 10. This is an index of 100 this year. So if I want to join the two series, series A and series B, first you need to find the splice factor. And this splice factor, you have to divide to find the ratio of the index for series A and index for series B. For instance, here we have 120 for series A and series B is 100. So if I divide, I get 1.2. So this will be a factor. So to splice series A to series B, it means you have to adjust series A index in 2011. And this can be given by taking original series A index, you multiply by the factor, that 1.2. Maybe let's see here, these illustrations here. We have the year from 1993. For series A, it goes up to 2003. And you have another series B starting from 2003, and then it goes up to 2007. And I want to combine this, a series A and a series B, having a different the base year. So there's a two-way of doing that. So for this example, we illustrate down here, you index B, you splice to index A. So it means you want this index B to continue from this side, from 2004 going up to 2005. So that's you splice B splice T to index A. But you can do the same, that index A you can splice to index B. It means this values here will be joining here and have one series from 1993 up to 2007. But this, if you do A splice B, it means this A series should change and combine to index B. So the formula we have, if we do index B splice index A, so it means you'll be taking a ratio of the index where it's overlap. Here you have 2003, that is 150. You'll be dividing by 100. So that will be a ratio, 150 you divide by 100, and then you'll be multiplying by the values of the index B. For instance, the first one will be 150 divided by 100. So this ratio will be a constant. It will be multiplied by 100, you get the first value. But when you come to 120, then you take this factor, the same factor, 150, divided by 100, and then you multiply by 120. And this 150 up to 225, this can be continue from 2004. That's like you'll be having 180, and 2007 you'll have 225. But if you want this series index A to come this side, it means we'll be now reverse this factor. So instead of being a 150 over 100, it will be 100 over 150, then we'll be multiplying by 100, 110, 112, and this series will be starting from here up to joining to 2003. So that's how you combine the two series of the indexing number. Thank you for listening.